and I'm getting us 12 volts. I'm currently using a generator and this charge controller to charge these. We have 240 volts off the generator for the moment, but I have the inverter at the Jeep for it, solar charger. Running the wire all the way along the roof for the minute. Lovely control panel for a diesel heater. And then we've got to fit the lights. So the generator's out there. This connects to the extension lead for the minute in here, so we have power. But I managed to wire temporarily it up. It's not connected to the batteries, it connects to this fuse box here, which will only have one fuse, which is for the main switches, which this plug will be wired properly and it will connect to the inverter. That's the charger, the solar charger, which I'm going to try and get to work. That is connected to the batteries. And currently this is 12 volts. All of these lines, whichever goes to the lights, is going to be 12 volts only. So all the lights and goodies. Generator power, battery power through the inverter, and that light's plugged into it so far. So the mains work in here. Is the only breaker for sockets. 12.3. The fuse that runs a wire underneath to the front to the other battery, which is connected to the heater. Secondary battery coming in. 12 volts. So the generator is currently off, nothing's plugged in. Inverter, the wiring, got a light in here especially for it that lights up when it's off. And power in the front room, all working. So in this episode of me in the cabin, I've used 13 bottles of water. There's still a lot of air in the system and I haven't actually got the pump on right now, but water pump, we're going to get a water bucket thing for in here, like an actual container. It's going to come up to about above these pipes, just about, and the pump's going to be on the wall. This boiler system's got to go, but I need to get all the reeds out of here and block off the roof. Yeah, there'll be a water tank in there, and then the pump will pump it through all the lines, because then the toilet will flush, which we're removing the toilet because, well, it uses stupid amounts of water, and we don't even know if it works, because it just likes to do nothing. But the tap's working here. This really needs a clean. That works. So that's all tomorrow. The bathroom hasn't been touched yet, apart from the floor. But yeah, so we have 12 volt water pump, and I've got to adjust the pressure regulator to not. Ricky Diesel boy, whoa, running on that cherry tube. Right, so update on watering here. Got a nice bit of silicone hose there, because that one was mank. Didn't fit, kept leaking. That's currently sat there in case water comes through, but currently we're using the hot water because the cold water drains out the bottom of the Caravan. This one's not to repair it. Just resealed the pump, had a leak, so made a new gasket. Let's see how this goes. And here is a little update on the water. So, in here, got the water tank. The wires come in from the solar panel, come in through this wall, including the power wire for the camera. This is our water pump. At the moment, there is still a small leak, even though I've rebuilt it like 4 times now, and I may go do it again. But now, we turn this switch. That is now primed. It automatically turns off when there's water pressure. So now we have running water. But the only downside is it does leak a little bit. So as you hear, it keeps trying to reprime. So to stop it from blowing the seals, I put a switch to turn it off. That's temporary till we can try and either I rebuild this boiler sort of heater thing, because I don't know how this one works, this one's gas, or I remove all this and I put an electric water heater in that might take more power to then get us hot water. The black tap, the black line is hot, the cold still leaks at the bottom, not found it yet. That is the next mission. Currently trying to sort out some solar panels, finding some slowly, trying to get them to work. A little bit of an odd wiring inside to try and get that going. So let's see how that'll work. We turn off the generator. We're seeing how long it'll take for the battery to decharge. It was at 70% this morning, it's now at 60, so we're going well, and we're hoovering currently, so yeah. So an update on the solar stuff. We are currently, the generator's off, it connects to this charger, connects to this battery and the battery in the front room, the other leisure. This is the new solar charger we have, that's a temperature sensor. So far we have no solar power, so I don't know if those solar panels work. So I'm going to have to try and work something out, but that's how it's hooked up. And the output goes to this fuse box, which goes to the lights inside, the clean water pump. The top one will either be like a bilge kind of pump or the hot water pump. Tried to cable manage, got to read it all again, but we are currently at 60% still. So we're seeing how this all changes. So yeah. So with the diesel heater, I've rearranged the exhaust pipe, the intake and the fuel line. There's our fuel tank, we need to fill that up. This is later going to be converted into a water tank maybe, because we have a bigger metal one for a fuel can. I've now just made the drainage, let's just hold it up for now. The drainage that runs down there and out the back, which will then go to something like this to store the wastewater. Not from the toilet won't be used, we're going to have a composting toilet, so this is going to run to a tank that can be emptied. So later on, that will be connected here. I need to find a connector. It will then run to here where we're going to put the water tank in the ground. We need to get all this removed. So if anyone knows anyone that can collect shit for free, feel free to send them over to me. So solar panels all good, they are working as we know of, and I finally got rid of all the reeds that are up the side, so all the wires can be dealt with and ran properly. This is... If you know anyone that can fix solar panels, please get them in touch with me. Our generator lives here currently from the house. We need to get a diesel generator set up because doing all this running out and indoors stuff is really annoying, but I may be making one. So I've just been looking, this little area here still has sun, which is there. Can't see my finger in it there. And with this, the coverage will come all the way across the sky to our solar panels down here. It means running wires up to there where the camera is. That's where the wire has to go. All the way along here to there. So I'm going to have a look at that tomorrow. Okay, so an update. I've changed some of the batteries in here. They need to be charged because one of them is dead. That is two leisure batteries hooked up. Yeah, I know it's a little bit dodgy. I need to try and find some battery connectors, and then I'm going to properly set this all up so it's all good. That's for the generator because that battery was dead. We're currently at 85% charge. The solar power is not coming in currently because, well, there is no sun. Bit self-explanatory. After some electrical fiddling, we now have power solar charging our batteries. So I'm going to not even turn on the generator today and see how much we can get out of it.